Hi, I'm David Neima. I'm an ophthalmologist, that's an eye doctor, in New Westminster, BC. When I was 8 years old, I had my appendix out, and I decided I wanted to be a general surgeon. Had the opportunity to spend 2 years when I was in the Army doing general surgery. I didn't like it very much, actually. I saw a show on TV of some ophthalmologists going over to Africa and doing cataract surgery for poor people. And that's when I decided I wanted to become an ophthalmologist. So I went into ophthalmology so that I could do short-term mission work overseas. A friend of mine from Ontario asked me if I would go to China to do some teaching. And that's where I did my first mission trip, was in Wenzhou, China in 1986. I spent the next 7 years going to China, teaching all over China, in Wenzhou, Shanghai, Ningbo. Great opportunity to worship with Christians in China, to share my faith, and to train many doctors how to do surgery. After China, I did some work in Africa, in Uganda and Zaire. And for the last 12 years, I've been working in Vietnam with Father Tien Tran, where we've done both teaching and large outreach camps. In fact, last year we saw nearly 9,000 patients. I wasn't raised a Christian or Catholic, and at university I met some Protestants and joined a Protestant church and was an evangelical for 20 years. And I thank God for all the wonderful evangelicals I know and still know, who taught me much about the Bible. But as an evangelical, I had a great thirst to come closer to Christ. And while I was working overseas, I was a medical doctor with the Army there for several years. I often visited Catholic churches and was very attracted to our Lord and the Blessed Sacrament. I began reading more about church history and finally entered the Catholic Church 20 years ago. In ophthalmology, you're able to do a wonderful job of giving sight back to people, helping people see again who can't see, and really imitate our Lord Christ in that way. Science is always changing, but of course absolute truth about God, about what people are, about who people are, that never changes. And that's something that the faith addresses. The faith teaches you to treat people as human beings, to love them and care for them. Science can't do that for you, but science teaches you how to do that. Everybody should try to make an effort to make their profession and their work something for our Lord. But in medicine, it's a very natural thing, because you just have to realize that every sick person you're treating is our Lord Himself, which we're told in Matthew 25. That's the old evangelical Protestant stuff coming out. At the judgment day, that those who treated the sick, it was like they were treating Christ Himself.